Hey guys, it's JonTaun for Total Brohammer, and today I'm going to be bringing you the second game of mine and Genuine Occasion's Best of 5 on Turin stream. So, I'm not going to be showing all the matches because most of them were either one team won pretty heavily or the other. But this match was a gem, and it was very close. So I'm the Skaven and he is the Wood Elves. And like I said, if you saw Turin's stream, you've already seen this, but if you want to see my perspective or you didn't see that stream, then here you go. So I've got 2 gutter runners with poison. I've got 6 Skaven slave spears. I got a front line of storm vermin with shield intermixed with clan rats with shields. I've got 2 rat ogres. I've got a warp lightning cannon, and I've got old Skrolk over here along with an assassin. So pretty standard fare for me. For Janet, he's got 2 dryads, 2 glade riders with hagbane tips. And he's got a front line of war dancers. So he's got 3 war dancers, and he's got 2 war dancers with Azrai spear. He's also got Orion and a branch wraith, so that's very scary. Looks like he actually has 3 dryads over here. Over here, he's got 1 wild riders with shields. Alright, so we'll kick it off into slow-mo. As you can see, it starts immediately. We did deploy right on top of each other. Thankfully, it wasn't right on top of each other, and I am going to be able to get away from here. And also, thank God for snare nest, huh? These gutter runners are going to be able to pin these guys down, and I'm giving orders before Janet has time to respond. So immediately I'm going to move my army up a little bit and have this warp lightning cannon start focusing these hagbane tips. Now, I didn't see these guys, and that's going to come to play later. So I'm just going to engage across the front line, going to pull my gutter runners back. And I'm just going to try to use these Skaven slave spears to screen out these glade riders from shooting my rat ogres, so I definitely want to keep the rat ogres alive. So I'm going to try to swarm this front line, and my hope is to take out these dryads before he gets a lot of support, but it's not working. These dryads are actually very good pick against Skaven. Going to have these slaves just muck up all these war dancers over here. And I'm going to send my heroes in here, and I really want to break the center very fast. So I'm just engaging all across the line, mucking the enemy up. I'm going to be moving my gutter runners over this way to skirmish with these glade riders, and oh, this was a huge mistake on my part. These wild riders got through. I did not see them. Immediately I'm going to be pulling back my rat ogres though, but they do get pulled back into the fight. So I'm going to keep on trying to pass them over here, but I don't know where they're going actually. Huh. Well, I redid the order back on here, so now they're going after me. As you see, they broke through my slaves very easily, and it is just chaos. Spells going off all over the place. These guys aren't doing nothing. A lot's going down. I'm just summoning up rats with Skrolk. As you can see, they're kind of not doing anything either. So a lot of mistakes on my part on this game, but there's a lot to micro. So I got these gutter runners trying to run from these wild riders with shields. I'm going to keep on running, and they are doing a lot of damage to them, but if they really are able to pin them down, the wild riders will probably win. I got my rat ogres, keep on chasing the wild riders. They do pretty good anti-large, but as you can see, he's going to screen with some Azrai spear, which is a really good choice on his part. So I'm going to pull back my rat ogres and try to have these gutter runners take care of these war dancers with Azrai spear. As you can see, my guys decided to keep on attacking for some reason. I have to pull them back a second time. That happens a lot in this game. So I got Skrolk and the assassin here going after his branch riders right now. I want to take his magic off the field. And I send these rat ogres in to run interference so that Skrolk doesn't get hit up by Orion, because Orion will just kick his ass. As you can see, really what's holding up my front line everywhere are storm vermin with sword and shield. They are really good choice against the Wood Elves, especially since they don't have very much armor piercing in the front line. Unless they bring Eternal Guard, but they'll still beat him just because of the stat difference. So I'm just blocking up Orion with these rat ogres. I pop trophy heads on them, and then I'm going to get my assassin in on them, try to do some good damage. At this point, it's actually looking pretty good for me. I have a lot coming back, and he doesn't seem to have much, so we're just going to keep on attacking Orion here. I have Skrolk nearby. He's going to be dropping some more magic. He's going to have his glade riders run in, and that's probably going to break my rat ogres. I do move out of the way of this, so I don't take too much damage from that. Just summoning in some more clan rats and kind of consolidating my guys. I really need to take out Orion. As you can see, I have these gutter runners shooting at these war dancers with Azrai spear who have only 15 armor, so gutter runners will do very good against them. And I'm just bringing all my units back. So we got some Azrai, well, some war dancers fighting these storm vermin with sword and shield. They should be able to win the storm vermin. We'll see though. And I got these rattlers going into these blade riders with hagbane tips. He is going to move them away pretty soon, I think. Yeah. So over here, I still have this assassin beating up on Orion, and since he's so mugged up, he's not getting very good hits on the assassins. So the assassins pretty much has free reign to do a lot of damage to him, unless Janet just constantly clicks on the assassin with Orion. And sometimes you have to do that. So I just got Skrolk just running around. I'm gonna pop Rod of Corruption and then run in here so that he can do some damage to the Branch Wraith and Orion. And as you can see, as far as the infantry fight is going, we're doing pretty good. Over here, we surrounded these war dancers and just collapsing in on them. And he honestly doesn't have that much left as far as infantry goes. He does ride off my assassin though. And Fear and Terror is what Orion has. That's one of the reasons he's super good. He does get these walled riders back, and they are going to do some charges, but they're so weak that these gutter runners and storm vermin with sword and shield are going to be able to take them. But he's doing great charges with these blade riders. And they are doing a lot of morale damage mostly. So that's going to cause all my... Y'all saw just a moment ago, I had a pretty strong pocket right here. But now it's all gone just because of that charge and the Fear and Terror from Orion. So I got my gutter runners. I have them targeting Orion. And as you can see, he's chasing down Lord Skrolk. So all of a sudden, this battle is completely turning around. It was looking good for me 1 second. And now it looks good for him. And look, Orion's down to 298 health. Oh, and I'm really trying to break him down. But he has a... Let me show y'all guys. He has... Let me see. Where is it? That's not it. Right here. Cloak of Isha. So when he's lower than 20% hit points, he has plus 44 damage resistance. And that's all kinds of damage resistance as well as healing. So that's extremely strong. And Janet also does get Earthblood on him. So I'm desperately trying to get my gutter runners to kill Orion, but it is not going to work. I have these gutter runners screened so that I can get Skrolk out of there, and then I'm going to pull back. I'm going to summon some more rats, hoping that they'll be the ones to screen now. And I'm just still shooting at Orion, 543 health, and I have this group coming over here, and he gets a great charge with these blade riders. Oh, it's bad. And it's a close one, guys. At this point, it could go either way, but that Fear and Terror from Orion is really, really strong. So he's got some more Azrael Spear coming back here, and those guys are very good. And I just really, really, really need to kill Orion here. He does rout off my assassin again with his blade riders, and he does have some troops coming back. And his troops are far more valuable than any of my troops. Like Skaven Slave Spears and Clan Rats with shields is most of my army. So these gutter runners are out, so I'm going to send them up against these war dancers with Azrael Spear and try to take them out. And I'm just going to keep on running circles with Skrolk. He's just got to get out of there. As you can see, I lost micro on these guys, which is really bad. My assassin does come back though, so I'm going to pull both of them back this way. And I am looking around for any troops and bringing them back if I have them. So, I'm going to summon some more rats here to hopefully tip the bounce power in my favor. And these blade runners with hagbane tips. I'm going to send my gutter runners in after them, and gutter runners are actually pretty dang good in melee, especially since they have poison. So as you can see, they're doing a great job here. And now I have a pretty good surround on all of his remaining units. He does have his Branch Wraith though, and he does still have Orion, and he's got over 1,000 health now because of that healing. I just wasn't able to take him out. My gutter runners running out of ammo at the worst time. But all of a sudden, it's looking pretty good for me. He's pretty much only got Orion, who is almost dead, and a Branch Wraith, who is almost dead, and now routing. Ryan's going to come in and do some cycle charging. He is super fast. I mean, look at those legs, those hooves. And I'm just going to keep on working on it. I'm going to send all these Rattlers in, and I'm going to pop... What did I pop on them? No, it's just one of the abilities from, I think, the Gunner Runner sets on them. There we go, Trophy Heads. So I pop Trophy Heads on them. And then I send in Lord Skrolk and the Assassin to try to finish him off. But watch what happens, guys. Fear and Terror. Holy cow. At this point, I'm thinking I have a chance. He gets off an Earthblood. Trophy Heads is still down on him. And I have 2 heroes on him, but it's not going to be enough. It's the mighty Orion. He also got some Azrael Spear come back and do a rear charge. And that is going to be all she wrote. So, a super close game. Super close game. It was so intense. Best game of the stream for sure. But even Orion at 468 health is going to be able to beat the mighty Lord Skrolk. And my army does indeed break. So let's look at that in battle breakdown here. So Skrolk did a lot of hurt with all those rat summons. the assassin got a lot of damage on Orion. Unfortunately, he was able to beat him still. Skaven Slay Spears probably could have used them better to screen out those Blade Riders, but they did pretty okay at just mucking up the enemy. Same thing with the Clan Rats, didn't get a ton of kills. Stormvermin with Halberds, pretty good in this matchup, I love them. Same thing with the Gutter Runners with Poison. They have a lot of resistance versus, I don't know if it's just physical resistance or missile resistance. I know one of them, between them and the Chameleon Skinks, one of them has physical and one of them has missile. I think it's the Gutter Runners with missile. The two Rat Ogres are pretty good. They're pretty easy targets for archers. And honestly, I think I could have won this game had I just protected my Warp Lightning Cannons. That was a huge mistake on my part, and Jen took advantage of it. Alright, so you can see Orion over here, 158 kills. I mean, you can expect really inflated numbers in kills from the Wood Elf army, being that my army was so low tier, as Skaven armies tend to be. But yeah, a really good game. Really good job with the Wild Riders, and really good job with Orion, and especially these Great Riders. They were MVPs. Did a lot of damage to my Rat Ogres, did cycle charges all over the place, and cycle charging on weakened units, of even a relatively weak unit in melee like Glade Riders, just does a ton of damage. If not physical, more morale. But yeah guys, that's going to be all for this one. Make sure to check out Janet on Occasion's channel. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. And that's going to be all for this one. See you guys.